We're gonna start in about 10 seconds here.
Low percent punts is what we're doing here.
Slow percent, you mean?
Another one gone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
But yeah,
oh, when they are muted, let me fix that.
If, like, how much do you need to be in practice with this game for the car?
That's gonna be interesting. They're supposedly both a little bit rusty. I mean, we haven't, like, heard or seen anything from DT in a while now, and Schnitzel, like Pib said, hasn't played in apparently a week. But they're both still really freaking good at this game.
Well, again, he played a bit earlier. So
yeah.
Maybe that's enough.
Practice is a solid thing. Starts. I mean, you had some pretty okay practice, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of a challenge run to start yourself off.
Well, just in time. Yeah, T goes for very good goal there instead of using a rope to trigger the outlet.
Yeah, good choice. They're still both leaving 1-3 around the same time.
Yeah, and it was like 1 second that it cost extra, if even.
Ooh.
We've seen some races being incredibly low on resources, so. And there's the off-screen air grab.
Ooh. Yeah, that's rough.
But yeah, somewhere pretty low on resources. He opts to not reset. He probably just has no choice, so like on 1-4 you kinda can't reset over 2 damage especially.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could argue not resetting, but I mean, argue resetting rather, but not resetting seems like the more viable choice, just because of how the, you know, tournament's set up. If you get farther, but do end up dying, you've still got that much distance, as opposed to resetting and having a disadvantage for the rest of the time.
Yeah, basically. You might just lose in health again later if you have to push. Or you lose it to taking 4 damage on the jungle. Yeah, no, Schnitzel kinda has to knock it crazy faster.
But T is having some problems too.
It's just taking 1 damage there and getting through is kind of fine. More special levels, the rest is fun.
Get ready for the bees.
Look at the lack of monkeys on top of those vines. That is why the rest is not a bad thing.
Yeah. And like general lack of enemies, frogs don't spawn, which is pretty huge. Usually frogs are one of my biggest issues on the jungle, but there is an addition to Pib's counter right there.
We didn't keep the Tiki Trip counter for this week, did we?
It's probably like at 30 this point, pretty much.
Oh, then it's 31 now.
And T got like a special level on every single jungle he possibly could, and is now behind.
Doesn't really work out. He used the bombs there, but it was pretty slow. Schnitzel is ahead by a level basically, but 1 health again, so.
Yeah, interesting situation.
It is.
See. I mean, a lot of times on the ice caves in Temple, sometimes health can be negligible. Like when you get hit by mummy scarabs, it's like, basically, you know, no matter how much health you had, it's over. We're sorry.
It's nice to be able to have like 3 health so you can hit. Oh wow, and yeah. Bigger than mine, he probably didn't realize he would trigger it, or he just grabbed the ledge afterwards anyway, and then couldn't do anything about it anymore.
Yeah, it looks like T's gonna take the lead here. That's tough. But yeah, as we were saying, 10 damage on a low percent run. Doesn't matter how much health you had at that point, it's over.
Well, Schnitzel's game now is hoping T dies and can do anything else about this, basically. Again, I don't know if T is, or anyone is watching the other.
Yeah, we never really know. It's definitely an advantage.
It is a huge advantage. As soon as you know the other one died, it totally changes everything about how you play.
It might be worthwhile next tournament to make a rule against that, just so that nobody has a definite advantage.
Yeah.
But
about it, then sure.
A lot of this tournament is a learning experience, and we'll be much better at organizing it and preparing it and having rules next time. But enough about the tournament. T is on to 4-1 with a perfect straight-down Collie's level.
No arrow traps, nothing.
Yeah, really solid level. It looks like T might pull off an instant victory here, but let's add to the Pib counter. That's 32.
He opts to use a mine there instead of using a rope. He still has 4 ropes, and he's down to 3 bombs. Which still, wow.
Oh, what?
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Guess he grabs the Tiki Trap without realizing.
I think he was focused. Like my eyes went to the swamp, and I completely neglected the Tiki Trap there too. So he might have just missed it.
Yeah, he must have seen it. Like you see that.
Oh man.
Not quite sure, but I think he grabbed it so he couldn't just run to the right, which is probably what he wanted to do. Running above the swamp, but that one just triggered, so that would have been fine. But yeah, like I said, Schnitzel's game is to hope for T to die, and that's what happened, so...
Leads 4-2.
Getting further is... I mean, it's an advantage because... Assuming neither finish a run, that obviously counts, but it's also a disadvantage because... Well, now Schnitzel is just 4 levels ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna assume these guys are gonna finish their runs because T and Schnitzel are notoriously good at this game.
Are there any races yet that I think links against Buddies, right? But that's the only one in the pro bracket that actually came down to no one finishing within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Schnitzel handling that frog above the spikes very well and then dies on the tiki trap anyway.
Yeah, that's tough. Pretty even game now. Schnitzel's just behind by 3 levels, 4 at this point, now that T's entering the jungle.
There's a rope there to avoid.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to go for 2 targets in a race. Doesn't seem like the right idea.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, maybe if it's like the beginning of a level, but that's about all you could justify.
Well, what you can do are the safe setups for those rips, but do you really trust those? Those for the black market there. I agree, in the beginning of a level, it's a 4-second level. The next level is gonna be not the fastest ever, but safe, basically. Well, I mean, it introduces a risk of random shopkeeper behavior, I guess. But that rarely happens if you actually don't go into the black market area.
That was a really nice black market too.
Well, the first part is straight down and then horizontally. Normally does work out.
There weren't very many tiki traps either.
You trusted in a race, so yeah.
Yeah.
The issue.
Speaking of safe setups, Olmec's safe strats this tournament though have been proving that nothing is safe. Ooh, awkward stuff for DT, but lots of people have been veiling the Olmec safe strat, and honestly,
well,
it's kind of
safe if you do them correctly.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's not really the fault of the safe strat. I almost missed them up earlier as well. Which,
oh wow, that was nearly a compass grab for T.
Yeah. Never talked about it, right? But obviously that's just race over. Because they're not Lopusing anymore.
Yeah. Doesn't happen very often, but it is possible during races that a racer could lose their run by ending up picking an item.
Don't think we saw it yet. I hope we won't. And unfortunate.
Yeah, get rutted. 3-1 wet fur.
It's TP trap. BAT is quite ahead now. Has to use a rope here because that level didn't really work out.
Once again, evidence for shops always being on path in the ice caves.
Well, the bottom. Only if they're at the very bottom of the level, otherwise that rule doesn't apply whatsoever.
I mean, it doesn't apply, but technically speaking, it's still true. At least that's what I'm betting. I'll look into it later. But as T moves on to the temple, Schnitzel's going through the ice caves himself. It's not over. It's up to T whether or not he wins.
He uses some mine there.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, that trivializes the level quite a bit.
And he doesn't have a huge lead, so if he sits around dilly-dallying in the temple, he's gonna have a problem, because Schnitzel could catch up.
Some lava jumps there, he opts to go around instead of using the rope.
Yeah, I mean, Brute had ended up dying in a 6-tile lava. I don't know if that was 6 tiles, I didn't get a very good glimpse, but he's using another bomb.
Will not go for any save for Olmec quite then.
He pushes the lead to 4-3 at this point. It used to be 4-2, but
oh, that's fun down there. I mean, that jump is possible, but yeah, he uses another bomb there. At this point, you probably won't want to have ropes over bombs.
Let's see how he handles these arrow traps. He doesn't, because well, I mean, he didn't need to. That was a little bit of a weird situation, but he's on to Olmec. It's pretty much up to whether or not T defeats Olmec here. Because Schnitzel
gets crushed by Swamp there and then avoids 4 damage.
Yeah.
But probably won't matter anymore.
That was pretty scary.
He, again, can't go for a safe fight, but has enough resources, so he shouldn't really have any issues here. the 2 bombs in the beginning. You could almost make an argument to keep them so you can A, deal with monkeys on your back when you're out of ropes with a bomb, and B, maybe create a way out of there if something went horribly wrong. But yeah, probably the better way to do it this way.
Yeah, as far as spawns go, that was really nice.
Did you get any spawns besides the very beginning?
I don't think so.
Well, in that case, it just works out fine and he takes the lead. This is Schnitzel enters the almost by himself, so he caught up a bit there, but yeah, really enough.
Close one. I figured these two would be fairly close. Was it exactly 4 minutes? Hold on.
And look at Schnitzel spawn for comparison.
Oh no.
Their health buff was also nice. Like, homing it just so much more difficult as soon as you are lower on resources. Like again here.
Yeah, that was exactly 4 minutes for T there, but Schnitzel also completes a run right afterwards. Ouch. Alright, we're gonna get them back to the main door. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. You don't really want to go for PBs when you're doing races.
Yeah, not really. Not at all, unless you get a teleporter shop, of course. Yeah, has anyone seen a good teleporter shop yet on these races?
I don't think so. I think we've seen jetpack teleporter, but I don't think we've seen like the perfect shop.
Look at the difference there though. Schnitzel basically having the exact same situation T had on the first race with an early arrow trap and a port nearby.
Yeah.
But uses the rope instead. I don't know, what do you do when you're 1 race behind in a best of 3? Do you go fast and hope it works? Do you apply pressure to your opponent or?
It's always bad. It's just not a good situation in general.
No, not really. It doesn't really feel good either. Muscle memory doesn't really apply, I think, for races, because like muscle memory is also not looking down, but that's obviously something you do in races. And Schnitzel has to use... No, this time he goes for the rock, so yeah, he's fine using his first rope there, but doesn't really want to use another one out of the mines. Goes into the jungle. He actually was a really good time for a race. 10 seconds average to jungle level. Did Hectic just disappear, by the way? I don't know if you're still hearing me. I'll just keep it alive in case.
I am, but just a second.
Oh, okay. Fine. I was just wondering if it's on my end or not. Wow, that homing bubble for Schnitzel. Amazing. I swear, those bubbles are homing in on you. They are heat-seeking. Made by the devil. Those snails. T about to get Shopkeeper? No, not quite. That was 1 tile from getting Shopkeeper aggro with that orange rock. This was a beautiful Tiki village. But yeah, the seed is really not helping Schnitzel right now. He needs to win NTS. More difficult seed, but he's not that far behind, so... What happens in the ice caves? Wet fur happens in the ice caves, beautiful. I mean... Wet fur can screw you over hard, but it can also just... Like, it always means there is a pass down at least, and he's settling his weeks so that one waste some time here. But if there is a whole bunch of Yetis and everything and you have to go with them, and they block off the level on top of it, then you kinda don't want that fur most of the time. So Schnitzel is down to 2 health. Otherwise both races still with good resources. He also keeps his 1 level advantage. But I don't think that will affect anyone really, of both races. In terms of how they will play the rest. Mummies are just... fuck them. Like, the mummy jump is something people can do pretty consistently, but you also just don't really want to do it, and he opts to not go for it. Thereby giving Schnitzel some time to catch up, and another thing, introduces a chance of a dark level here on 4-2-4-3. So... oh, that's a beautiful spot for Schnitzel though. And there goes a mine, and there goes another bomb, because he just cannot absolutely deal with Anubis otherwise. And he is still pretty screwed. And there's another bomb there. He needs to. He's also on the wrong side of the 6-star lava pit. What a fantastic level! Let's get a dark level on Fortuna to make it even better. In the meantime, T is on force 3, using another bomb, doing the same strategy as this race basically. Doesn't care about using resources that much to keep the Omic quite safe if it means getting to Omic way safer. Schnitzel has another mummy to wait out. So, as a result of that, he way ahead here and can finish us off. He just wins on Omic. 2 bombs and 3 ropes. 4 hells, yeah, there shouldn't go anything wrong here. I feel a bit bad for Schnitzel. And now he dies to a pre-trigger Tiki Trap, just as I say that, beautiful. And... not get any Omic spawns again. Either way, he leaves with full health. Rub it in. And wins 2-0. How this goes. But then, like, one racer getting unfortunate seeds is one thing, the other racer still needs to make his seed work, and T did that twice here. So... yeah. But yeah, no need for safe strats on Omic if you just get 0 spawns. I think that should be the new strategy for the upcoming rounds. And we will be back in a moment, hopefully Hectic figuring out his audio issues in the meantime for the last race, which is going to be Curticus 2 against Stamets. Maybe the highlight of the day, even, not to add insult to the other races, but I'm looking forward to that one the most, definitely. See you then.